Hey, what's up guys? How's everybody doing today? So we got the newest Netflix movie that just came out. It's called Candy Jar. And overall, I would say it's not a bad movie, but I am really struggling to call it a good movie. Because it's got some good things about it, it's got some bad things about it, but neither one is really swaying me either way. That being said, I would say overall the movie's just kind of room temperature. In the overall story, it's about two kids that go to a prep school and they're very academically inclined, but they're also very competitive and they don't like each other, and they're both on the debate team, but they've known each other since childhood, and both of their mothers also don't really get along and are very competitive. And it's mostly about these two people kind of coming of age and they're going to these debate finals. A bunch of life lesson-y shit happens, and that's basically the movie. Now, the main thing that I liked about the movie is some of the themes that it brought up. The biggest one is about, like, growing up too fast and caring way too much about the future and not caring about the present. Because there's just so much talk about, like, putting all this pressure on kids to, like, determine everything that happens for the rest of your life in those 4 years of high school. These kids, they just kind of, like, focus way too much on school and trying to get into college that they forget to, like, have a social life and have a personality. And on top of that, because both of their mothers knew each other for a long time, they're kind of living vicariously through their kids, almost to the detriment of the kids. And that's actually a thing. Like, I've seen and experienced that on multiple levels. And another thing they kind of touched on, but they didn't go in super deep into it, was the fact that success can be defined in several different ways because it's kind of subjective, and that can also define how you perceive yourself. As far as the acting and the characters, I thought it was kind of spotty at best. Helen Hunt's character was probably the best in the movie, and I also enjoyed her acting probably the most out of anybody else. The guy who I think is like the president of the debate team, he was kind of annoying. He had some cool movie references and stuff, but like overall, I just didn't give a shit about his character. The moms, who are played by Christina Hendricks and Uzo Aduba or Abuda, I don't know. The chick who plays Crazy Eyes on Orange is the New Black. Crazy Eyes I've seen do a little bit better, but overall was a pretty good job. Christina Hendricks, same thing. I've seen her do better, but it's still pretty good. Even though it's really hard to judge Christina Hendricks' acting capability because certain parts of her body are a little distracting. I'm not trying to objectify women when I say that. I'm just saying they're really fucking hard to miss, guys. But the banter between her and Crazy Eyes I thought was pretty good. Like, there's this undercurrent of like, I really hate you, but I'm trying to keep it together because we're in public. The main high school girl, she had some moments, but I thought overall she was kind of like take it or leave it. She was kind of wooden. Not a bad job, just nothing really noteworthy. Jacob Lattimore, again, same thing. He had some really good moments, but honestly, there was a lot of moments in the movie where it felt like he was just there to collect a paycheck. And I am partially saying that because I've seen him be spectacular before. Like, if you haven't seen Detroit, seriously, he slays everything in that movie. So it's like, I know how good he could be, and comparing that to this, it's just kind of like, eh. Also, his character was really fucking inconsistent. Because these kids are supposed to be kind of antisocial and a little neurotic, but there's a couple scenes where he's just like super smooth, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, overall, guys, I would say the movie's just kind of eh, but it's not a poorly made film, so I think overall I'm gonna give it a 5.0 out of 10. Not quite positive, not quite negative. It really just depends on who's watching the movie. If you're a high school kid, you might enjoy the movie just because you identify very closely with it, or if you're maybe a parent. But it's like I said, the movie's just kind of room temperature. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Have you seen this movie? Have you even heard of it? Hop in the comments. Let me know what's up. Other than that, if you like this review, give me a like, subscribe, to all that other bullshit, and I will catch you guys later.